Hello, and
Welcome.
welcome to
Alternate fucking
Casuals.
What makes you
Fucking
casual?
It don't matter.
What you know.
fucking
And let's fucking boogie. Ultimate fucking casuals. We are back to talk the fights. Nathan, Isaac, gentlemen, how are we?
Dude, doing well, doing real well.
Yeah, doing well here too.
It has been quite a busy time since we last convened. Starting with a little bit of boxing talk. May 2nd was quite a weekend. We'll get to the MMA stuff in a moment, but on the boxing side of the house, we had Inoue versus Nakatani. Naoya Inoue wins UD to retain his undisputed 122-pound championship. What did we make of the fight? I know that there's going to be a little bit of to-do about the headbutt. I think that was in the 11th.
Yeah, or something like that. It was in the last few rounds, like 10 or 11, something like that. Yeah, it was a great fight. I woke up, early for it. I know you guys had to wake up even earlier. But man, it was a fun fight. In a way, he started real strong, just outboxing. Nakatani was like throwing like single punches, it seemed like to start with. But then like around the middle, man, Nakatani came back and really started pushing Inoue back. And I mean, he took over for a few rounds, and then in the championship rounds, Inoue just said nope and sealed it away. Won what I thought was a pretty, clear decision. Obviously, like you said, there was the big cut that I think, probably had some effect on it or on the fight. But I think Inoue would have won regardless. It's, maybe something that they can use to do a rematch. They could potentially promote a rematch with that. But yeah, man, it was a very fun fight. Very highly skilled fight as well. What did you guys think?
Yeah, that was my biggest takeaway of just what a high level boxing match it was. And yeah, I went into the fight and I was maybe expecting a little more fireworks. I thought that maybe there was a chance of a stoppage, really on Inoue's part. But I mean, that was just like very, very high level boxing fought well by both guys. Inoue was just better. And it's been a while since we've seen, like, we don't typically get a high level skill match like that. It only comes around once in a while. And I mean, that's just like, the sweet science played out for 12 rounds. I mean, it's not as exciting for the casual viewer that's expecting a knockout. But I mean, if you're really a boxing purist or someone who's really into that sport like we are, I mean, it's really a beauty to see, because it's so hard to do that for 12 rounds against a skilled opponent.
Yeah, Inoue it seemed like in the beginning he was playing it kind of cautious. I think the range, Nakatani's range, because he's taller, he's got longer arms, and Inoue was playing that a little bit safely. We've seen him before where he overextends a little bit, maybe gets a little too excited or something, and he ends up getting caught, especially by a straight left or a check left. And it's happened multiple times, so not surprising to see him play it really cagey. But he did manage the distance well. Like as you said, in the middle, he started breaking out of that shell. And that's when we really got to see Inoue's skill on display. And because of Nakatani being a counterpuncher, holy shit, that's really when the fight started, was after they got to feel each other out for a few. Still, the headbutt did kind of leave a sour taste. I don't think it was as bad as people were making it out to be. I think it was just the Nakatani hopefuls were coping a little bit. But still,
Yeah,
there was a little cut.
Yeah, it was unintentional, obviously, as well. I mean, they're opposite stances. It's going to happen. It, happens quite frequently in fights. But yeah, I mean, maybe we get a rematch. We'll see. I will say, I was surprised that there wasn't, a knockdown, like Nathan said. I thought, I didn't go into it thinking I was 100% there's going to be a knockout, but I did think there was going to be a knockdown, at some point. But I guess that's just like a testament to both of them. Their skill levels. Maybe they both focused on defense quite a bit in this camp.
Later in the day, we had Zurdo versus Benavidez, a couple from the undercard. Oscar Duarte gets the split decision win over Angel Fierro. I'm not sure I agree with this. Our homie Josh over on Boxing B-Sides, he kind of put me on where if you think of these two as like clashing bulls, trying to gore each other, the one who backs off is probably the one that's losing. Just because they're both come forward, heavy pressure, heavy volume, and it was typically Fierro that was backing off. Still, I thought of it more as like tactical retreats than, like an admission of not being sufficient for the moment. But I don't know. Did you guys agree with the decision?
In the Duarte fight, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had Duarte up. It was close. Fierro, obviously, he didn't like roll over in the fight. He did a lot better than I thought he was going to do. I thought Duarte was going to take over pretty quickly, but I mean, Fierro definitely played like partly, spoiler to that. But yeah, I did think Duarte won. Wasn't like he didn't run away with it or anything. I did think he won. It was a fun fight though.
Yeah, it was definitely close.
Yeah, this was like a typical like Mexican versus Mexican type of fight. Just going back and forth, trading
head to head.
Not a lot of not a lot of slick boxing, but yeah, just toe to toe, banging.
I'm going to break out the first casual moment of this recording session and admit that I did not see this fight. I just tuned in for the main event.
It's all right. This one, like Isaac said, you kind of know what you get when you've got two Mexicans going head to head, toe to toe. So you have a pretty good idea of what it was.
It sounds like it was a good fight.
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of trading.
The new style of Mexican fighter was on display. Jaime Munguia gets the UD over Armando Resendiz. Pretty disappointed. I was hoping Resendiz was going to pull it off, but Saul, our other homie over on Boxing B-Sides, he had put it, "I'll never trust an Elijah Garcia victim."
Oh,
and it played out just like that.
Yes, that's a boxing meme for sure. But yeah, I was the same way. I was supporting. I mean, we talked about it a little bit last time, but I just could not support Munguia after what happened in the Ross fight. But I don't know, man. I guess he's working with Reynoso a bit more. Maybe he has improved, or maybe he just send us. We put a little bit too much stock in him beating Caleb Plant. Maybe Caleb Plant's a little bit more washed than we think at this point in his career. But yeah, I mean, he got the win. It was pretty dominant as well. He had him hurt, I think, a few times even, especially down the stretch. But Munguia looked good, but I guess, I mean, I don't really know how to rate it. I mean, I guess we'll see as he moves up in the middleweight division or super middleweight division. Have they said, like, who they want to fight next?
Munguia just called out for the other title holders. He didn't call
okay,
any
so
names.
I guess Mbili
is busy.
He's already fighting Canelo. Who are the other ones?
Iglesias.
Oh shit. Yeah, that would.
Who's the WBO is about to be settled. We'll talk about it next week. But Hamza Shiraz is fighting for the WBO in the next one.
All right. Yeah, some good fights. I mean, I guess we'll see where he's at whenever he gets one of those fights. But I guess good win on him.
last hope for the Cubans. I'm hoping Iglesias runs the table on
Dude.
this new super middleweight division.
Yeah. We won't spoil it here, but man, tough. Tough.
Cuba down bad. Main event also down bad. Gilberto Ramirez, the WBA WBO cruiserweight champ, just gets his face rearranged by David Benavidez. Knockout in 6.
Brutal.
Really a
6 rounds
shocking
as well.
result. Like, we were talking in the preview for this fight, like, hey, like, there's no way Zurdo gets stopped, right? Like, that's what I remember y'all saying.
Yeah, he's
and
too
me
tough,
thinking,
right?
like, yeah, Zurdo's, yeah, he's bigger guy. He's been through wars. Like, he's not a pushover. He's got a really good chin. And, I mean, Benavidez has got to be the closest thing to a human buzzsaw we've ever seen in boxing. Like, I don't think we've ever seen anyone that fast with that kind of hand speed anyway, higher than, a cruiserweight or higher. We've never, ever seen that. And, I mean, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to be prisoner of the moment here, but, like, who the hell even, like, touches him, right? Like, I could see someone like Bivol, putting a boxing clinic on and making, having a really competitive fight, but it would be based around not engaging with Benavidez at all, right? He'd be outboxing for his life. I'm not sure, even at heavyweight, who is going to stand in front of him and take that kind of punishment, right? Like, am I crazy in thinking that? Is that too much?
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you this. He definitely beat a few heavyweight fighters that I'm looking at. I mean, I don't know if he beat names like Atama, since like Atama's pretty fast, pretty athletic. But I mean, listen, he'd beat a Makhmudov. I can tell you that. I feel like he'd beat a Makhmudov.
And the
He'd tear
smaller
apart
ones
some of these
too.
slower heavyweight. Yeah, he'd tear apart some of these like smaller heavyweights, slower ones.
Richard Torres comes to mind for me. Frank Sanchez.
Oh, Torres is food. Torres is food. I'm a Torres fan, but Torres is food, bro. Yeah, dude, Benavidez looked insane in this fight. I know, like, I thought there was a chance Benavidez could get a TKO, like, because of his volume, but man, like, I didn't think it was gonna play like this. And I know we said it in the preview that the speed difference was gonna be crazy, and it was even more than I thought.
It was worse than I expected.
Yeah, the speed difference was insane. Like, I think I forget what I said in the chat, but it was something like from every like 6 punches Benavidez got off, Zurdo would get like 1 or 2 off. It was really insane seeing him. I mean, and whenever he would activate those flurries, like Zurdo would just be like almost like stun locked during those combinations from David. And yeah, man, just purely on volume. I mean, when you add the volume and the power that David was hitting Zurdo with, I mean, it was just like, I mean, a horrendous fight for Zurdo to be in. That was a very violent fight for him to be in. I know his body hurt. His eye got torn apart. God bless him, man. He's a warrior. He tried to hang in there. It looks like his eye was damaged, a few rounds prior. And then, like, at the very last round, I think it was in the 6th round, Benavidez landed like a nasty left hook right on the eye, and it like finished breaking the orbital. Is what it seems like, at least. I mean, I didn't.
It is an
really
orbital
follow
break.
up on that. Yeah. I mean, his eye was done. It closed completely. And that's super painful. I mean, he went down, I imagine, from the pain. I mean, he couldn't see anymore out of that eye. But yeah, I mean, really rough fight. I mean, he's a warrior. Hung in there. He was, he landed some on Benavidez, but it just, it was never enough. Not even close to enough. Yeah, that's one of those pound for pound type performances, man.
With moving up 25 pounds, I think that does put a heavier stamp on the pound for pound conversation around Benavidez.
Yeah.
I think it was in the 1st or 2nd round when he landed a flurry. It was at that point. It's like the freeze frame. You might be wondering how I got here.
Yeah. Well, that's 168, 175, and now 200. I mean, that's 3 weight classes. That's huge.
Unreal. That was yeah, it was like a record scratch. Like, holy shit, this is not going to be pretty.
Yeah, they need to make that Bivol fight. I know Bivol was going to be fighting in Russia, like taking a tune-up after his surgery and everything, but they need to get that Bivol fight done sooner rather than later before Bivol gets too old. I know I've said it in the past. I would have backed Bivol against Benavidez, but man, I think I'd actually switch. I think I'm gonna back Benavidez now after watching that performance. I mean, he is. I mean, what Nathan said, a human buzzsaw. That's a great way to describe him. It's just, listen, you try putting your hand in there, man. You try to stop him, and you're getting your hand cut off.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing going for Bivol is he's been asked twice to basically pull off the perfect performance against what's his name?
Beterbiev?
Yes, I cannot believe I just whiffed on that. That was casual as fuck. He's pitched to, basically perfect games against Beterbiev. Not that he went untouched, but like he fought the exact game plan he needed to against a guy with crushing power. And I mean, he arguably won twice. He has the one win officially, but I mean, that first fight was so razor close. So I mean, I could see a fight with like that has to be next. Like they have to make that fight some way and somehow. But I think I'm with you. Yeah, maybe. But I'm with Isaac. Like we have to we can't not favor Benavidez after that one. I mean, how the heck do you look at a performance like how do you do that to Zerto? It's shocking. I'm still shocked, and it's like 2 weeks removed from the fight or however long it's been.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is like if the weight cut is brutal for Benavidez down to 175, maybe that detracts some, but like the speed that Benavidez has, it's gonna take a lot for Bivol to figure out that puzzle out. Like I know he dealt with Beterbiev's power, he dealt with it in a pretty good way, but man, that speed that's a very complicated puzzle to figure out. I don't even know where you would
and it's not just that, but Benavidez is like adding layers to his game because a lot of the times he hurt Zerto worst were like counter punching. That's like, when the hell did this guy start counter punching? Like accurate power punching, and it's like there's layers to his game now. It's not just like pure athleticism or like freakish power that's getting him over the line. He's a really intelligent both in-fighter and out-fighter. So I mean, it's a tall order if Bivol wants to win. That's really, really hard fight for him.
I think in the interim, I would like to see Benavidez versus Beterbiev. Two like unstoppable forces meeting up that can't not be fireworks. Unless Beterbiev ages suddenly. He is on the older side. But I don't know. I still think he's got some championship performances left in him.
Yeah, but Beeve needs to fight.
He does.
I don't remember the last time he fought. It's been some time. I guess he's waiting for Bivol to come back, but man, I mean, he's old as shit now. He's in his 40s, no?
Yeah,
41 or something like that. Yeah, they gotta get him a fight ASAP.
Let's keep it rolling. Man, those fights were too good to not spend some time on them. But man, the episode where we talk about this on Boxing B-Sides, it's like 2.5 hours long. Jesus Christ. I'm still editing. I think I'm like halfway through it.
Yeah, big cards, man. 2 massive cards.
Yeah.
That PBC card might be my boxing card of the year so far. I think like every fight in that card was insane.
Yeah, Shanada had the same opinion.
Yeah.
Let's get into some MMA news. It's really light. We've got Umar Nurmagomedov versus Peyton Talbot is potentially in the works for a July card. That's a huge step up for Peyton.
Yeah.
And he's been getting stepped up incrementally up to this point.
Yeah, I know he's been itching for a fight. I saw he was posting on his Twitter that he like really wanted to fight, but man, this is a tough task. I mean, obviously, if he wants to keep going up, eventually he's gonna have to take one of these fights on. But that's a hard fight, really hard fight. We saw he defended the takedowns well against Cejudo, but Umar is that different type of wrestling style. We'll see if he can pull it off. I'd support him.
Yeah, got to ride with Peyton.
Yeah.
I think he was one of our. I don't know if it was consensus, but I think at least two of us had him as like prospect or breakout fighter of the year.
Yeah.
In the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, this
fight.
is a great time to do a fight like this because if he loses, it's like, okay, you lost to Umar. He's elite, right? It doesn't really take any shine off him. And then if he wins, it's like, when's his title shot? Because if he knocked Umar out or like, you know, just wrecked him over the course of 3 rounds, like that would be mad impressive for someone of his age. Like he would be destined for gold after that, in my opinion.
Oh, but then you got to imagine him against Piotr Jan or Merab.
Yeah, he could do it though. If he's improving this quickly, if he like let's just like take the best case scenario, he knocks Umar out in like the 2nd round. If he's progressing that quickly fight to fight, I think he absolutely has a chance against those guys.
Damn.
Yeah, they definitely like fast track him pretty quickly if he was able to get a point against Umar.
Is it overtrained Merab that's going to be easier to beat? Because he has a tendency to do that. Like he takes like 5 fights in a year, and he has like hard sparring sessions on fight day.
But for who to beat him? For Talbot to beat him?
For Talbot to beat him, yeah.
Ooh. I mean, yeah, I could see them I could see if he beats Umar, the UFC would be like one more. But honestly, if he beat Umar, I feel like they would give him a striking match afterward. I don't think they'd put him against Merab. I don't know who they would do. Maybe like a Sandhagen or something like that. But I feel like they would give him a striker. Just because if he beats Umar, yeah, I feel like, well, O'Malley maybe. But then you get into that weird territory like, does the UFC want to risk a, like a bantamweight star? A star that they've like tried to cultivate for a few years now. I mean, it would be a very fun fight.
Speaking of fun fights, Shara Magomedov versus Michel Pereira. This one will be in Baku at the end of June.
Yeah, that's a fun striking match. I wonder who else they put on that.
It also should be a fairly easy get back for Shara because he lost his last fight, did he not?
I believe so.
And then Pereira lost his last fight too, I think. Pereira's had like a tough outing recently, I think. Yeah, that should be a fun fight. I would imagine it's striking only. But yeah, that's a perfect fight for Baku. I wonder if they'll get what's his name? Fiziev on the Baku card. I know he likes to fight since that's like his home region.
Yes, he is going to be on it. I thought I had that on next week's bit, but yeah, he's going to be on it. I don't remember against who.
Yeah, I mean, that's just those two alone. I mean, those are fun fights. I don't see how Sharabola versus Pereira can fail as a fight.
Oh, the announcement poster is in Azerbaijani, so we'll see who this is really quick. Manuel Torres.
Oh shit, that's a Mexican. Yeah, he's fun too. Wait, so he's fighting Fiziev?
Yep.
Damn. All right. Yeah, that's a good fight. That's actually a really good fight. Torres is like one of those like 1-round fighters. Either you knock me out or I'm gonna knock you out. Fiziev is, I don't know. Fiziev is pretty technical, so it might not go well for him, but we'll see.
Fiziev can get drawn into firefights, so.
Yeah, I mean the fight he had with Gaethje, was like a pretty good fight. He can get pretty technical. Plus he has like some super strong kicks. I mean, his legs are massive. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. He's got a decent chin as well. I don't know. I feel like the odds would actually favor Fizia for that one, because Torres has power and he's like pretty aggressive. But I feel like he's lost. He lost against Ignacio Bahamondes. He got clocked coming in, so he can come in sort of stupidly at times and get caught. But we'll see. That was the matchmakers did really well on that one.
Last bit of news: a former Glory champ and one FC, I think, Muay Thai champ, Asa Ten Pao, signs with PFL. Or he was a one MMA, not Muay Thai. But yeah, 2-division Glory champ and one FC MMA. So that's fun. That's all we got for the news, though. It was a light one. Social media stuff. LVX Media Net. That's where you can find us on everything. Wherever you are listening, if you could hit us with a rating, it helps move us up the search algorithm. And if you're feeling extra, why not leave a review? And if you want some ad-free, behind-the-scenes kind of stuff, want to hear what we get up to before the podcast starts, ldx.be/Patreon. Let's be real. Building or rebuilding credit can feel like trying to open a door that's already locked. You need credit to get credit, right? It's a loop that doesn't make much sense. So, meet Current. It's the key that actually fits into that lock. Current doesn't just help you build your future, it helps you handle your right here and now. Unlike most secured cards that lock your cash away, Current offers a cash advance feature that's available on qualified direct deposits. Because life doesn't wait for your credit score to go up before the card needs a repair or the electric bill needs to be paid, Current loves to give a good head start by putting money back in your pocket. Set up a qualified direct deposit of $200 or more with Current, and you'll get a $100 bonus right to your account. It's $100 just for signing up. No jumping through hoops, no hidden traps, just a path to better credit, cash when you need it, and $100 to kick things off. Go to lvx.be/current and get signed up today, or use referral code LEONARDA798. You ever feel like you're staring at your screen through a thick layer of fog? You've got the coffee, you've got the to-do list, but your brain just isn't clicking into gear. Most of us just reach for another hit of caffeine, but that usually just leads to a crash, not a breakthrough. It's time to upgrade your cognitive fuel with psilocybin. This isn't just another supplement, it's a powerhouse of magical mushrooms that's been used for centuries to support mental clarity. It's the key weapon for anyone who needs to stay sharp and focused for the long haul. Psilocybin works by supporting your brain's natural ability to grow and repair neurons. We're talking improved memory, sharper concentration, and a steady flow of mental energy that doesn't leave you jittering, just alert. Whether you're grinding through a complex project, studying for a big exam, or you're just trying to stay locked in on what you're doing, this is the clarity you've been looking for. Stop struggling with the fog and start tapping into your full potential. Go to lvx.be/soul, get 30% off your order, help us out a little bit in the process. That's lvx.be/soul. All right, into the recaps. Starting with Tuesday, April 28th, One Samurai 1. It was certainly a card. It was pretty decision heavy. Some that stood out to me: Itsuki Hirata submits Ritu Fogat in 3. That was an atom weight MMA fight. Ladies, obviously. Wait, not obviously, because one has atom weight dudes too. Forgot about that. Up the bill towards the top, we had Jonathan Haggerty beating Yuki Yoza to retain his bantamweight kickboxing title. Pretty good fight. Nadaka retains the atomweight Muay Thai title against Song Chai Noi. Flyweight MMA, Avazbek Kolmirzaev knocks out Yuya Wakamatsu. That was a good fight too. But the crown jewel, Takeru Sagawa stops Rod Tang in 5. Just beats the shit out of him for 5 rounds.
Bruh, brutal fight for Rod Tang. You know, we had talked about he had missed weight multiple times. It seemed like he was bullshitting the past little bit here. And it might have come back to haunt him. I don't know if he was like super disciplined as of late, but man, he got ruined this fight. Like super destroyed.
Yeah, he did. It was a good way for Takeru to, like, the last feather in his cap as he retires. He avenges his what was previously an embarrassing loss. Now he has the get back, and Rod Tang is left without a promoter now. And with a performance like that, with the legal issues that he's had, his, like you pointed out, him missing weight and stuff like that, not being very disciplined in his fights or for his fights or his camps, who wants that? A dude at the tail end of his career with that kind of baggage.
Yeah, I mean, how old is he?
He's in his mid-30s, I believe.
30s, okay. Yeah, I mean, that was a ton of damage he just took as well. I don't know. I feel like he's still a pretty big name. I feel like someone will pick him up, but I mean, we'll see. Yeah, that fight was crazy.
Good stuff. One Samurai will be returning in August, I believe. Friday, May 1st, One Friday Fights 152. This one, in the paid portion, they call it the Inner Circle. They had 2 stoppages, which were pretty good stoppages, first round knockouts. And then the main portion of the card went on a string of stoppages. Natalia Diachkova knocks out Fasai in 1. Dude named PetSmart knocks out Jai Pet in 1. Tep Kamin knocks out Dawit in 2. Arso Noi knocks out Swajan in 3. And a guy named Face. Excellent.
And these names, yeah.
He knocks out Payak Muang Singh in 2. The main event, Julio Lobo, UD over Kong Klai. Saturday, May 2nd. Man, this was a busy-ass day. PFL Sioux Falls in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Man, I want to spend more time on UFC Perth. So, Gadzai Rabadanov gets the UD over Alex Chizov, and Logan Storley, UD over Florian Zendelli. UFC Perth. Starting from the bottom up, Cody Steele submits Dom Marfan in 1. What a way to open the card. Jonathan McAuliffe split decision over Temba Garimbo. Sad times. I was hoping for Temba to pull it off. Wes Schultz submits Ben Johnston in 3. Colby Thickness, UD over Vince Morales. Jacob Malkoun.
I saw.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say just quickly for that Thickness fight. I saw it. And I went back and checked. Apparently, Morales tapped Volkanovski. Said that after the fight that he thought Morales tapped, and if you go back and check, it actually does look like he tapped. So Thickness might have been robbed of a stoppage there, but he gets the win regardless. So good for him.
Jacob Malkoun, UD over Gerald Mirchart. Junior Tafa stops Kevin Christian in 1. Fucking
Back in
freaking
the wing
nature.
column. Back in the win column.
Oh, he's 7-5 now.
Title run. This might be the start.
This is the beginning of
This
the
is
top of title
yeah.
run.
Yeah, we're coming for 8-5 next.
It was interesting. Like Tafa is not exactly short, but Kevin Christian was like 6'8" or something like that.
Yeah,
That was an interesting clash of physical builds. And capping off the prelims, Cam Rouston UD over Robert Brychek. In the main portion, the losing streak continues. Louis Sutherland UD over Tai Tuivasa.
Yeah, I mean, very sad fight. This is like, I mean, Tuivasa won't retire yet, but I mean, it seriously should be on his mind because he is a shell of the guy he used to be. Like, he's got nothing for anyone in this division.
You know what I was thinking, like, watching this? Like, this dude fought for the interim title against Gunn. Like, he actually fought for a title in the UFC.
Tuivasa did?
He had Gunn. Yes, remember he knocked Gunn down as well? Where, like, Gunn was actually, like, unconscious for a second and woke up whenever he hit the cage. He was that close to going down in the books as a champion. And then, man, just devastating fall from Grace since then. Just a massive loss streak. I mean, he looked terrible in this fight. We say it every time he loses, but man, he's got to be cut. He's got to be cut.
He's 15-10.
Yeah, come on. But you know what? They're gonna keep him. They're gonna keep him.
Of course.
We know they're gonna keep him. Yeah, because they're gonna be coming back to Australia in a few months or whatever, and he's gonna be right there on the card, right on the main card.
Yeah, gotta have a familiar face.
Yeah.
Brando Pericic stopped Shamil Gaziev in 2. Dumpy heavyweights.
Actually, some clean striking.
Yeah, dumpy heavyweights
Perisic,
getting the work in.
Some decent striking for heavyweight standards from Perisic. But yeah.
Marwan Rahiki, TKO 1 over Ollie Schmid. I think Schmid was making his UFC debut.
Yeah, he's got a pretty young record, but man, Rahiki is 8-0 now or 9-0?
9-0, no.
Yeah, that's like nothing to laugh about. Man, we'll see what they do with that, but yeah, that's something interesting to keep an eye on at featherweight.
Steve Erceg, UD over Tim Elliott.
Man, he fucked up Elliott bad. Elliott's face was messed up. But this is something. I mean, I will say this: it's a win for Erceg. He needed that. Losing here would have been catastrophic. I know we talked about that. Yeah, I would have liked to see a finish here. I feel like he could have done it. But it was a good performance. I mean, he messed Elliott's face up pretty bad.
Quillan Salkild stops Beneil Dariush in 1. It was a little bit of a rough start for Salkild. He didn't quite have he wasn't able to replicate his previous magic, I don't think. He looked a little bit more human in this one.
Yeah, still gets it done though.
Yeah, more of maybe Benilli crumbling, kind of like he did in his last fight. He got hit by like one really clear shot, and like immediately you could see, oh fuck, he's going down. And yeah, I mean he was pretty much done. Right, as soon as he got tagged, he was out. So I mean, yeah, I mean credit to Skalid for getting the win there, or Salkid, excuse me, for getting the win. But Dariush is clearly just like damaged goods. He's not a barometer that's going to be useful to test for anyone.
Yeah, they were purely using like his name to try to build Salkid a little bit. But yeah, I mean we don't get much from this win, but I guess he did what he was supposed to do in finishing Dariush. But But yeah, we'll see what they give him next.
He gave Dariush some confidence. Like he got tagged, Salkill got tagged, and Dariush jumped on him, and then he folded like a chair. It was it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just Dariush is
He's done.
miles away from what he used to be. Miles away. But yeah, he didn't put his gloves down though, right?
Not that I recall.
Fuck, man, are we gonna see Dariush back again?
I hope not.
Man, we'll see.
Carlos Pratesh stops Jack Della Maddalena in 3. Just brutality.
Man,
Oh my goodness. We were talking about Benavidez with a scary performance. Pratesh was, I think, he kept that going, or he started the day out in Australia, and he set the stage, I think. Because that
And
You know,
Pratesh
it's funny.
insane.
It's funny how quickly this sport moves, because when JDM beat Bilal, like, he was like viewed roundly as like, this is the premier striker of this division, and a couple fights later, I mean, he looked totally helpless against Pratesh's attack.
Yeah, I mean, JDM essentially got hit by a freight train in this fight. He just really couldn't get anything going, and Pratesh, I mean, he took advantage of that. The fact that JDM couldn't do anything, Pratesh, man, he took full advantage of it. He mauled JDM, like tore him apart on the feet. There was, JDM doesn't have like a crazy ground game to go to. I think he tried to like wrestle once, if I remember correctly, but obviously he didn't get it. But man, Pratesh, this dude, we talked about his power a lot in the lead up. We said we thought he was gonna have the power advantage, which he did have. But man, his knees, I mean, brutal. I mean, he was kneeing to the head, to the body. It's just like it completely sapped JDM of like any energy. He couldn't really do anything. He was just so wary about the knees coming in. I would have hated to be in that fight against Pratesh. I feel like multiple fighters are gonna struggle with him on the feet. You've got to get him down, which is something that Ian Gary beat him, and he mixed in the wrestling. Because I don't think you can win a fight against Pratesh just on the feet, like straight up on the feet. Because that dude has so much power. His striking is pretty educated. He mixes in the legs. I mean, there's just so much going on that you have to like limit his weapons if you want to win against them. But man, that was a crazy performance from Pratesh. And what was it? He called out the winner, I think, between Ian Gary and Islam. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think that it's rumored that's going to go down in August. But Pratesh, man, he's probably the front runner for the next title shot, I would imagine.
He's got to be. He's like striking while the iron is hot. You definitely want to get Pratesh in on this win.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering if like with the timing, are they gonna make Pratesh fight one more? Like, cause like we're in May now. There's June, July. Islam would fight in August. Like, do we think Pratesh fights one more time? And then gets the title shot, or does he just wait?
Who does he fight,
wait, I guess. Maybe Morales.
Yeah, I was
that's
gonna
the
say.
only one I could really think of.
Morales is the only one who makes sense. Like, because you can't throw Bilal in there. He's busy anyway.
Yeah, no. And it's like, I mean, Morales is another one of the prospects. I mean, I guess if you want to do prospect versus, I mean, at this one, I feel like Pratesh is pretty.
He's a contender. He's number 2 right now.
Yeah, he's legit. I think he's up. We can upgrade him from prospect. But I don't know if the UFC would want to eliminate another potential title contender by making Pratesh versus Morales. But I mean, shit, it would be a very fun fight. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think Pratis is going to wait because he's already calling out Ian Gary. He's like, "Hey, when you win, we'll fight for the belt," which is very presumptuous of him to assume that he's just going to beat Islam. But they have history, so I guess it makes sense that you preempt the call out. But I would imagine that given the streak he's on and who he's beaten, like he's going to wait for his title shot because he's next. Like there isn't anyone else that has a.
Yeah. Yeah, after that performance, especially. Yeah, he's clearly the front runner at welterweight. But yeah, we'll see. The Ian Gary versus Makachev fight is interesting. I would imagine Islam wins that one, but Islam versus Prentice that's a fun fight because like Islam is a very good wrestler, but Prentice has that nuclear power, and if he lands on Islam, we know Islam's been knocked out before. I think Prentice could do it if he lands. But yeah, that would make that fight interesting. But yeah, we'll see.
Where does JDM go from here? He's now sitting at 4th in the rankings.
Yeah, that's
Probably Sean Brady or Leon Edwards, perhaps. You have to work him backwards. He's not. I mean, they dropped him down to 4, but like, well, I mean, I guess they could make him versus Michael Morales, which would just be. I think that would be unfair to JDM.
Damn.
That would.
Yeah, that's brutal. Islam, Pratesh, and now Morales.
Yeah, he's getting the Steve Erceg treatment.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the Sean Brady though. I think that's because I think Sean Brady's like around 9-ish. I mean, he has to fight backwards. I mean, he's on a little bit of a loss streak now. Only 2 losses, but I mean, yeah, especially this last one was, man, some serious damage. Rough. But yeah, he's got to go back a decent bit. You think they do? What if they do the Belong rematch?
I feel like it's too early to do that rematch, but I don't know. I mean, who else is going to fight Bilal?
Yeah, that's the
Bilal's
thing.
like still pretty avoided.
UFC doesn't really want to. I don't know. I feel like it's just hard to match him up. Yeah, because like you said, no one really wants to fight him. And the UFC, I don't know. He's not a massive draw, obviously, but yeah, we'll see what they do.
Anything more for UFC Perth?
Decent low card. It was nice to, like, right after Inoue finished, I just tossed it on. It was like close to the end. Good timing.
If you want to join us in Discord, where we get together to talk pretty much every fight night, lvx.be/discord. I want your spiciest takes, 833-589-7637. What did you think of JDM getting his fucking ass kicked by Carlos Pratesh? 833-LUXPODS. Hit me up in WhatsApp. It's easier that way. And if you want a solid MMA calendar, lvxmedia.net/MMA. Let's be real. Building or rebuilding credit can feel like trying to open a door that's already locked. You need credit to get credit, right? It's a loop that doesn't make much sense. So, meet Current. It's the key that actually fits into that lock. Current doesn't just help you build your future, it helps you handle your right here and now. Unlike most secured cards that lock your cash away, Current offers a cash advance feature that's available on qualified direct deposits. Because life doesn't wait for your credit score to go up before the card needs a repair or the electric bill needs to be paid, Current loves to give a good head start by putting money back in your pocket. Set up a qualified direct deposit of $200 or more with Current, and you'll get a $100 bonus right to your account. It's $100 just for signing up. No jumping through hoops, no hidden traps, just a path to better credit, cash when you need it, and $100 to kick things off. Go to lvx.be/current and get signed up today, or use referral code LEONARDA798. Is there anything worse than that nagging suspicion that you clicked on the wrong thing? We use our devices for everything now, for banking, shopping, connecting with friends and family. and it's stressful to have to constantly worry if your data is safe while you're just trying to live your life. Good security shouldn't be complicated, and it definitely shouldn't slow you down. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Malwarebytes. It's the next generation of security designed to give you complete peace of mind without requiring a degree in computer science to use it. You just set and forget. With Malwarebytes, you install it once and it just works. It provides top-tier protection against malware, spyware, ransomware, all the hits, all the big ones, all the nasty stuff. And it even cleans up existing infections and optimizes your device. It's like having a security expert monitoring your devices 24/7. I spent nearly 20 years in the IT industry, and I trust Malwarebytes for all my security needs. Go to lvx.be/mwb, shop the different subscription tiers. You got single devices or family plans. You can look at their VPN option and ad blocking. Try it risk-free today. lvx.be/mwb. Get yourself a nice discount and help us out in the process. All right. Into the previews. Starting with Friday, May 15th. One Friday Fights 154. In the paid portion, we have Superlek versus Abdullah Dayakayev. That's a bantamweight Muay Thai fight. Cade Ruotolo versus Hiroyuki Tetsuka. That's lightweight MMA. And heavyweight MMA champ Umar Khan, aka Rug Rug, versus Anatoly Malikin in the rematch. It's not often that we know ahead of time who's going to be on the Friday Fights events.
That main event in the coming. You got some interesting names. Malikin and Ruotolo. Superlek too. That's not a nobody.
And in the evening, One Fight Night 43 on Amazon Prime. I don't really recognize any of these people, to be completely honest.
Same.
But featherweight MMA title is going to be in contention in the main event. Tang Kai versus Shamil Gasanov. So that's your Friday. Saturday, May 16th. UFC Vegas 117 on Paramount Plus. Does anyone stand out in the prelims?
Let me see here. There's some names like Lukauskas,
Brundage.
Brundage. Yeah, I feel like that could be maybe a decent fight. Yeah, that's probably all.
In the main portion of this one, we've got Trey Ogden versus Tommy Gant. Is this the dude from Montana that came out of the Contender Series? Tommy Gant.
Sean O'Malley? Sean O'Malley's friend?
Yeah.
Let me check. Hold on. I don't think so.
No, it's not. I'm way off. Duho Choi versus Daniel Santos.
That's a good fight. Duo Choi is legit. Well, I mean, his fights are fun at least. That should be a good fight.
Jeremiah Wells versus Nicholas Dalby. Malcolm Wellmaker versus Juan Diaz. That's a good one.
Wellmaker, yeah.
Yeah, Wellmaker's on the rise. And in the main event, Arnold Allen, 8th ranked featherweight versus Melquizael Costa, ranked 12th.
Very, very good fight.
Yeah.
Very good fight. Allen's the favorite right now. But man, Costa's coming off a pretty big win streak. Allen's had a tough time as of late. Yeah, I mean, I've supported Allen for like quite some time. I'm gonna back him in this fight. But Costa is legit, man. He's super smart. Some tremendous ground game, very dangerous. Um, yeah, I mean, I could see Allen maybe losing this fight. Um, I don't know. This one's a bit hard to call, especially considering, like, I mean, because they're both moving in opposite directions. Like Allen's on a loss streak, Costa's on a pretty big win streak. So like momentum would favor Costa, but Allen's definitely been in there with harder opponents. I mean, he's definitely more experienced. I hope he gets the win.
He's also in that weird spot where like he has a lot of experience, but he also has a lot of ring miles. And even though he's only 32, it's like, man, you've been in hard fights with
Course,
John
yeah.
Silva and Max Holloway, and you fought guys like Calvin Kattar, and on and on. He's been fighting high level guys for a while, and guys like these where like if you don't break into your championship sphere during that run of tough fights, it's like you're stuck in this limbo where you're really good, but you're forced to fight like a gauntlet of opponents, and that just it wears you out, right? And so this definitely is a position where I could see Allen dropping again, because he's definitely taken the wear on his body at this point.
Yeah, that is true. And he's been in some crazy fights, a lot of damage. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think this is a very fun fight, though. Some good matchmaking. I mean, it's gonna be at the Apex. I feel like, I guess it's okay for this one to be at the Apex. Like, not like massive fan bases for these two fighters. I mean, I guess you maybe could have done it in the UK, but normally they reserve that for like the bigger fights, like Tom Aspinall or
Leon
the Paddy
Edwards
Pimblett or whatever. Yeah, but yeah, I guess the timing didn't work out, so they just put him at the Apex. But yeah, it's a nice low card. There's definitely been worse Apex cards, way worse. This is at least watchable.
Yeah, I think the Dalby and the Wellmaker fights, I mean, those, you're getting excitement from those guys.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's definitely it's watchable. It's not an exercise in it's like a humiliation ritual of a card, like some of these Apex cards are.
Yeah, that Doo Ho Choi versus Daniel Santos fight, don't sleep on that one. So that one's gonna be a good one, I feel like.
looks like the main portion is going to be nice all around.
Yeah, the main card is actually good. Prelims is not a lot going on the prelims, but yeah, the main card is nice.
And last bit, MVP MMA #1 on Netflix. Oh man, I think this one's off. Jason Jackson versus Jeff Creighton.
It's off, bro.
I think Jason Jackson is off the card.
Damn. Jason Jackson's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's
actually,
very entertaining fighter.
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
This card actually like snuck up. Like, I know they've been doing a lot of promotion, but the fact that it's already like a week away, that's actually, it came up pretty fast on us.
And this is actually a fairly well put together card as far as non-UFC standards go. Like there's a decent amount of watchable fights here. Like, I'm interested to see a couple of these.
Yeah.
No, Jason Jackson's still on it. Thank goodness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of good fights in here. Like a lot of MMA fans are gonna recognize a decent amount of these names. Like, I'm looking at this. There's really only one card that I'm like, who is this? Yeah, everything else, like every other matchup is pretty good.
So I'm just going from the bottom up of the list. I have not a guarantee of the running order. Jason Jackson versus Jeff Creighton at welterweight. Chris Avila versus Brandon Jenkins at welterweight. Aline Pereira versus Jade Masson Wong. This
is his sister.
This is the one?
This one. Yeah, this one is his sister, yeah. Eileen Pereira. This is the one, she was at Karate Combat. Got some knockouts there too. She's pretty tall actually. But yeah, this one is her. I'm like 98% sure.
David Ngoyan versus Albert Morales at featherweight. Namo Bazil versus Jake Babian at welter. I'm trying to get his first name, but it's Adriano Moraes versus a dude named Nkuta.
Oh, so that's the replacement fighter.
Yeah.
For Makayev, right? Yeah, I'm actually really sad we lost this fight. Makayev versus Moraes.
That was
going to be like a pretty high level MMA fight. Yeah, I know Moraes, but I don't know this other dude. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll still be good.
He's 11-0 for whatever it counts.
Oh, okay, well, good on paper at least.
It's a catch weight of 130 now. Junior Dos Santos. Holy shit. When's the last time I heard that name? Versus Robles de Spain.
I've got to imagine JDS is a corpse here. Like, Despain surely.
Nah, Despain got cut because
right?
he like could not wrestle.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely
one of his things, yeah.
It's definitely going to be an unk off for the ages. Because I mean, Despain he's closing around 42. I'm interested to see how all the jail time shenanigans. What did that do to JDS? Did that give him time for his knee to recover, or like, is he still gonna fall apart? Like the second he gets touched, I don't know.
Yeah, it's an intriguing fight, like you said. It's an unk fight, but yeah, it should be an intriguing fight to watch.
Saladin Parnas. Kenneth Cross at lightweight.
You know, I've heard people hype up Parnas, like an MMA spirit, but I've actually never seen him fight. So this will be my first time watching him, but I've heard very good things about him. I think he's in the Polish KSW. I think that's his organization. Yeah, I've never seen him fight, but you know, I've heard very good things.
Have you heard good things about Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry?
All right. This should be a nice fight to watch. Yeah, I mean, CTE Olympics, maybe. These
guys are going to. This is a man's man of a fight. Like, we're going to see two, I mean, just warrior spirits going at it, and it's going to be sloppy and weird, and like neither guy's going to last, you know, cardio wise. They're going to get drained pretty quick, but like this is just, I mean, good old fashioned fisticuffs. Like don't look for perfection, just enjoy the carnage, I think, is my perspective on it.
I don't know who to back here as well, because like prime for prime, like Nate Diaz would have torn Mike Perry apart. But the fact that Mike Perry has been like pretty active in BKFC, I mean, he's been in, you know, he's there's no ring rest there. Whereas like Nate Diaz, he fought Jake Paul, and that's like about it, right? Like in recent history.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna support Nate Diaz. I feel like 100%. But I would not be surprised if Mike Perry beats him.
Francis Ngannou versus Philippe Lins.
I mean, I'll be the casual in the group and just admit I don't know who Felipe Lins is, but he is going to be victimized by Ngannou. Like, I can just say that. And, I mean, because, I mean, like, come on now.
Yeah. Ngannou hasn't been off, like, that long. I mean, he fought that PFL fight. I was seeing something about, like, Felipe Lins. It's been years since he fought. Like, years. this at least on paper, this seems like a feeding, like Nathan said. I've got to imagine Ngannou sleeps him, like brutally, starch, Stipe Miocic type knockout. I've got to imagine that's what Netflix intended here.
Yeah, I mean, especially if this is supposed to be an appetizer for a John Jones rematch, which now that Jones is out of the UFC is a possibility. I think that may be the play. Is Ngannou gets an easy win, and then he maybe calls out John on the mic with a bunch of people watching, and then, hey, there you go. Now you got a mega fight outside of the UFC in like the most beloved division, at least to the casuals.
That would be massive. I'm not sure if because I guess he's still under contract with the UFC. Like, if he is, I'm not sure if the UFC will allow it. But I mean, if he's not, then I think it would be fair game. That would be a massive fight. Netflix would book that immediately if they could get their hands on it.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I mean that would be like they'd sign like blank checks essentially to get that done. I mean, because that's a mega fight.
Isn't it kind of rotten that the UFC, who has no intentions of ever fielding Jones again after all his shenanigans, could just say, no, we will not allow you to pursue your own thing? Like, we've criticized Jones, plenty of times, but like the UFC could just sit here and be like, yeah, like, we're just going to continue to fuck you because you fucked us. Like, and they 100% would do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If he's under contract, I have to imagine the UFC do not allow that to happen. It's just, I mean, it sucks, but it just seems like that's something that they would do because they don't want, MVP MMA to get, any type of shit going in the MMA sphere specifically, which is like completely antithetical to what they say. That the best fight the best. We make the biggest fights in boxing or in MMA rather. But yeah, I mean, they would be directly contributing, or I guess directly interfering with one of the best fights in MMA not happening.
They won't bring Ngannou back to fight Jones, and they won't release Jones to fight Ngannou somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the thing. Like, Netflix would pay very good money for Jones
Absolutely.
to fight Ngannou. I think Jones would potentially say yes because I mean we're talking about Jones maybe making he's making boxing money at that point, 30 million plus, I would imagine. Undercard might be bullshit, but I would imagine he would make very good money, and so would Ngannou. But yeah, I mean we'll see. I doubt the UFC allow that to happen.
Main event: Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano at featherweight. This is the first women's featherweight fight I've ever seen.
Yeah, Gina Carano's a big girl. Yeah, they're obviously they've both been out of MMA for some time. This is gonna be really weird because like whenever I joined MMA or like whenever I first started watching, it was like the very very tail end of Rousey's career, and like I saw her get like torched at the very end of her career. Later on, I obviously went back and watched some of her earlier fights. I mean, she's very dominant on the ground. But yeah, it's gonna be weird. I mean, how do you even analyze this fight, considering like they both haven't fought in so long? Especially like Gina Carano I think the last fight was like in the late 2000s or like early 2010s. It's been so long. I would imagine Rousey wins here, considering like the peaks that they reached in their careers. Like Rousey like peaked way higher. But I mean, we have no clue like what they've been doing, I guess, in the meantime, since their last fights. I mean,
yeah, I guess one thing you can say in Ronda's favor, and this is kind of why I'm picking Ronda, is she stayed athletically active. Like, yeah, professional wrestling is not like actually competitive, but you have to be in shape for that. And she also, had a style in the UFC that like she could do that until the day she died. Like you can do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as long as you live, right? It's one of the lower impact, less taxing martial arts you can do, right? And Carano has been, I mean, really is not even, I don't really even consider like an MMA fighter. Like she's more of a Hollywood actor. She's more of an internet persona than, an athlete. And so just off of that, I feel like Rousey has to win this. But it's full MMA, is it not? This isn't like a celebrity boxing thing. Yeah, then I would imagine that Rousey would just ragdoll her.
Has to, right? I would imagine the takedown is pretty much imminent. Although, could you imagine? Because you know how Rousey, like against Nunes and against Holmes, she had that whole thing where the rings boxing or ring magazine boxing, where like she fell in love with her quote unquote striking, and just like completely abandoned her biggest strength in grappling, and judo. It would be a little bit hilarious if she came into this fight with the same mentality and just like completely forgot she's world class at judo and grappling. That would be very funny. The fact that she did not learn from those brutal losses, but we'll see. I imagine she's gonna.
She hasn't learned. That's the thing. To this day, she still has a laundry list of excuses on oh well, I fell down the stairs and hit my head on fight week. And then I stubbed my toe, and then my cat died. She has not moved on from the fact that she just lost to two better opponents. She's never accepted that. So it totally would be on par for her to somehow do the same thing here. She tries to, do what she was doing on those boxing mitts where her feet are just totally planted and she's just arm punching 1-2s into the into the catching mitts. I could see that happening, but I mean, surely not. Surely she'll try to take this to the ground and, go for an armbar or something.
Yeah. I would imagine as well, if she gets this win here on Netflix, I would imagine they could maybe even do another card. I'm not saying MVP MMA is going to be putting on 10 cards a year, but maybe 1 or 2. Or, I mean, whenever they do put them on, I would imagine it would be big names. I don't know who else you could fight right now. Maybe Cyborg. I mean, I have no clue. I'm just tossing out big names in women's MMA, but I would imagine maybe get another fight done. But yeah, Rousey surely got to win here. Carano's been retired for years. I mean, I think it's decades at this point, actually. Well, almost decades. I mean, a bit over a decade. But yeah, surely Rousey's gonna win here. We're gonna say this, and she's gonna get brutally starched in the first round in their fight. But listen, even if that happens, it'll at least be funny.
That would it would be so funny because, I mean, like I said, to this day, she's unfortunately for her being a pioneer and an icon for her sport, she is one of the most unlikable athletes I've ever seen. It's kind of impressive how delusional she's been.
Yeah, super cocky, especially at the very end. The boxing shit is what always got me. I'm still shocked. I mean, every one of those clips that you see of her boxing, shadow boxing, it looks so bad, and she completely changed her game plan to focus around her striking, which was. It just seems like one of those catastrophic decisions that just pretty much ruined her career. I mean, I'm not saying she would have won if she didn't do that, but it would not have gone down that bad. At least I think.
I wonder. I get the feeling that Ronda Rousey is going to try to put on a performance, a wrestling esque performance, and it's gonna forget her what her bread and butter is. Just my feeling.
would be funny.
Anything more for MVP?
Fun card. We'll definitely be tuning in.
Well, we are heading into Arnold Allen versus Melquizael Costa. MVP MMA #1, and Rug versus Anatoly Malikin. Parting words.
Yeah, listen, I think actually Netflix is gonna win this weekend of the 16th. As far as like MMA cards go, like I love the Allen versus Costa card. It should be a fun fight. Some other good fights on that card, but in terms of like how many eyes are going to be watching the events, like I think Netflix is going to win that weekend
definitely
as a premier MMA event, which will be interesting. But yeah, definitely tune in for that.
Yeah, I think let's not do the casual thing of I mean, we won't do it, but for any casuals in the audience that have picked up MMA, like let's welcome the new casuals with open arms that are going to come over, because I'm pretty sure Ngannou is going to win some fans for us, and the Nate Diaz and Mike Perry fight, definitely that's something that can get people sucked into MMA if that one turns into a war like we're thinking about. So yeah, let's enjoy being casual, but let's not be too casual about it. If you know,
no gatekeeping.
catch my drift. That's right. We can gatekeep our video games, but not our martial arts.
Well, yeah, that's it for this edition of the Ultimate Effing Casuals. We'll see you on the other side of Ronda Rousey Judoka weekend.
Enjoy. See you.